diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Seminoles ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Boilermakers offense will have the opening possession of the game. And here it comes for the first time as the start of this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back in Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear... Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open...
Touchdown, no! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hold and fire complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He'll keep it himself. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. What an offseason in the recruiting department. Reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to happen.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Back open in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Might be changing the route. Just keep slinging it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gets it out fast.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And the Boilermakers are rolling down the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the 1st half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Punts it out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to sneak it. And the Knowles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and
just steamrolling the defense. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Lost to throw again. Quick strike complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Picked off. He'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. And that crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Fresno State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Safe completion on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. He picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese. same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Purdue.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. And as he throws, touchdown, Boilermakers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The play action fake. Got his man out of the backfield. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Noles send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Hand off from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw.
And the defense got him at the 27. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Here's a Heat. And the pass pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Going right to work up top. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining the ball over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Starts with a 2nd down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Vick. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Deep shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on.
That screen they called and kind of nice.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Smashes in between the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
Yeah, and when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Tight end now in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Purdue.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's third and goal. He's going for the goal line.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And it's no good. He missed it. Still up by 8 after the miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. Fourth down by one possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to...
Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite two-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. Some tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got him downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Gets it out quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Boilermakers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that. I know that.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
And the offense right now, I think, just trying to set the football up into a place where their kicker likes it. Running to the left-hand side, you've got an opportunity here to win this game late. So you're just really positioning the football into a place, into a hash that your kicker likes to try and go get the win.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Timeout, Purdue.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Rides the back on the option. Again, they stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can